fans, you know what I listen to when I'm on a long drive?
What?
Catch a Ride with Mawmaw and Pawpaw.
I'm so bored. Alexa, stop. Play Catch a Ride with Mawmaw and Pawpaw. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Goodness gracious, this house.
Howdy, friends. Happy you're here for our next ride. You've met August. This is our youngest granddaughter, Lauren.
Can you say hello?
We're on babysitting duty today.
Nope. Sit, please. Sit.
Actually, Lauren won't be the youngest for long. Her little brother and August's little brother is due in June. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Well, while we're on babysitting duty, we're letting them help us out.
Yeah.
And before y'all start hollering at us about proper safety for children in cars.
I got pen.
It's okay? Are you sure?
Well, that didn't go as planned, but it's okay, folks. It was just a joke.
Before we get started too far, I'm going to just continue with where we were going. Where we had our grandkids in was not a real car.
No.
Stick around to the end and we'll show you some behind-the-scenes sneak peek of how we make Catch a Ride with Mawmaw and Pawpaw.
Yes.
Alright, so we're back.
Howdy, friends.
We're going to try something new.
Yep, we're going to try it from the car that we do our Uber rides in.
In this episode, we decided we're going to just talk about how wonderful, all the wonderful experiences we have driving Uber in general.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
There's all kinds of stuff we learn as we do this.
Places that we've seen.
Right. There's great new places to eat and venues to go visit. All kinds of things we learn from our passengers that we probably wouldn't ever know.
No.
If not for you all.
Yeah, so thank you guys for introducing us to all these new places.
Right.
That we're going to start sharing with y'all.
And all these incredible people we're meeting are coming to us from all over the world. So there's all kinds of different backgrounds and different activities they're doing. It's so interesting just talking to all of y'all.
So let's get right into it.
Okay. First of all, let's talk about this week. We've experienced a couple of local places that we have experienced and that we want to talk about with y'all.
Yep. So the first one is called the Snooze. So we pick up a young lady and we're taking her. No, we just picked her up from work, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But we were taking her to the Snooze.
To the Snooze. Yeah, she was going there to get a bite to eat, and she come to find out the bartender there is pretty darn cute.
According to her.
Yeah, according to her. He's a cutie patootie. But also, she's his girlfriend.
So no going over there to hit on him.
No. But she really talked up the Snooze quite a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's actually, come to find out, in this little, around Overland Park, is where we were, there's all kinds of little breakfast and brunch type restaurants like this. And we were really interested in trying this place. It has a bar. People were serving drinks in the morning.
Yeah, go figure. We're curious about that
They
one.
have the best mimosas, according to this young lady.
Yes, she said the best mimosas.
And we were actually going to go to lunch right then, too, when we dropped her off.
Yes, because we were hungry, but then we thought, man, this might be kind of creepy to walk in right behind a guest that we just dropped off.
So we didn't try at the Snooze, but...
Yeah, but we're going to.
Right.
So next week, hear how it goes.
And it did give us the opportunity to try a place called Nick and Jake's.
Yes, that was right across the street, pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, this place was amazing.
It was incredible.
Yes, the food was fabulous, but what really impressed me was the staff.
The service was incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Really good.
Everyone worked together like such a wonderful team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone helped everyone out. It was a very nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was really impressed by, I think there's only 9 tables in the section we were in,
Mm-hmm.
but I was talking with Penny while we were there. We counted 8 different wait staff that came
Oh,
through
yeah.
there servicing in some way, whether it's busing a table or delivering food to a table that wasn't theirs.
Refilling drinks
Right. So,
that wasn't theirs.
right.
Yeah, it didn't matter. They all worked together, and so another point is they seem to be really well staffed
Yes.
to be able to do all of that.
Right, and this pandemic economy, recovering economy, maybe you call it, it's really refreshing to see
Yeah,
good staff.
a restaurant thriving like that.
Right. So
I
I'm
think
not
that
sure
says
what
a lot to do about their employment, their
Yeah,
management,
right.
really.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of difference in the way they operate. So
Check them out, Nick and Jake's.
Nick and Jake's and the steak that we had was awesome.
Fabulous.
I had to tell I'm not the type of guy that usually heaps praise on somebody, but our waitress, I told her, I said, I just got to tell you, this is the best steak I've had
in a very
at
long
least
time.
in months.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
easy, hands down.
we tried that Wagyu stuff in
When we were in Buffalo, yes.
That was definitely number one for the last several years, but
yeah,
this was right up there.
yeah, it was really good.
I was really impressed.
And it was just a Kansas City strip, wasn't
Right,
it?
right.
Yeah, just a simple Kansas City strip. But yeah, we had a really good lunch that day.
Yep.
It was really nice.
Keep listening. We've got all kinds more every week. We're going to try a new place.
Yes, that we pick up from.
Right. So
And see how it is.
listen to the end of this podcast, and you're going to hear several more attractions and stuff as we go.
Yes.
I'm sure. And we plan to kind of give you a preview of what we're going to do next week. And so listen to the end and hear some of that.
Yep.
But for now, I wanted to talk to everybody about there's a couple of music venues that we've just found out about that are really interesting.
Yes, I'm excited about this first one, the KC Aces.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Right.
Oh man.
I'd never heard of them, but
I hadn't either, but we picked up a rider from I would think it was the Levee, was it?
no, that's where he said they normally play is at the Levee. We picked him up at Fatheads.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, we picked him up, and he just went on and on about the KC Aces.
Right.
And
So it made us look him up.
yeah, we checked him out, and man, he was spot on his description. Why don't
Yes.
you go ahead and
They're a
tell
blues band, but they kind of have some of their music is classic rock feel, and it just kind of has a jazzy blues Kansas City feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a combination of all. They kind of
Right.
have their own little style.
Right.
It's really cool.
We really like them. We're gonna go check them out. They
Yeah.
we're gonna include some descriptions or some
Links.
in the description.
Yep.
Check that out.
But they play at the Levee.
Yeah, I think typically they play at the Levee. So I have we're gonna put a link to their Casey Ace's Facebook,
Yep.
as well as the Levee's website, specifically with the schedule about the Casey Aces.
Yep. the
Casey Aces, check them out.
Yep.
They look really interesting.
Yes, definitely. Oh, the next one.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Mike Night.
Open mic night at our church. We talked about it in our first episode. You can go back and check out our first episode to go in depth, but it's basically just an excuse for a bunch of Christians to get together, and they're going to have some acoustic
Music. Yep.
instrumental stuff at the beginning, and then they're going to break out karaoke.
Karaoke.
We went last month, and it was a lot of fun. First
Yes.
Friday of every month, which happens to be this coming Friday is going to be March 4th.
Yep.
We'll be doing
6 p.m.
at the First Christian Church in Buckner.
Yep, and we'll have a link, obviously, for where to go on the church.
Mhm.
But you don't have to participate. You can just enjoy the music, or you don't even have to sing. You could do comedy. You
Right.
could do...
That'd be cool if somebody would do some stand-up
Oh,
comedy.
yeah, if you're a comedian, come, please. You could give your testimony. I mean, or just enjoy the fellowship with fellow Christians. I mean, it was a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
had a great time.
We suggest y'all...
And it was all kinds of music, too. It wasn't just gospel music. I mean, we had
Oh, yeah.
country music
Oh, yeah.
going on and, hip stuff like that.
That's right. I sang Leonard Skinner.
That's right. But, so, okay, enough with attractions.
All right.
We're going to have
So
plenty of attractions. But right now...
That's our reviews for now of what we've
Mawmaw
discovered.
and Pawpaw's review.
Right.
The Snooze, check it out. Nick and Jake's, love. All right, ready?
All right. Now let's talk about some of our rides. The general... Here's just a general description of our rides. We've each got a profile with Uber.
Yep.
And together we were pushing around 1,000 rides we've given.
Between the two of us.
And believe it or not, we really have no bad experiences.
We really don't have a bad experience. I mean, I have had to be quiet 30 times. I know, right?
How does she know the number, right?
Right. Well, I'll tell you how I know the number. I mean, it's obvious because I have the gift of gab, and I thoroughly enjoy using that gift. And when I can't use that gift, I know how many times it is. It's happened 30 times. But 30 out of 1,000, that's not.
That's
it's
the
not
worst.
bad. Yeah.
What about the horror stories that you hear about on Uber rides?
Okay, so we have a few horror stories set per se, but really they weren't bad, even after all. So, okay, we'll just get to the point. We had 3 pukers, okay? Let's just get real. 3 pukers, okay? First 2, no problem. They were pretty much easy smeezies.
They were able to get outside the car before they unleashed.
The car parked, the doors opened, heads made it outside the doors, puke proceeded. Yeah. We were good to go, no problem. When they were done, doors closed, we got them home, done over, right?
Right.
Third one, though. This one had a little bit more anxiety behind it, because here's the deal. We picked up this little girl, and when I say little girl, to be fair, she was probably 19 years old. Well, I know she was 19 years old. She told us she was 19 years old. Yeah. So anyways, we pick up this little girl on the side of the road, and I'm not exaggerating when I say side of the road.
She was literally sitting on a curb.
On a curb, yeah, at a stop sign. We don't know her story or how she got there or anything like that.
All we were able to get out of her was that she's home from college.
Yep.
Visiting. It was around Thanksgiving time. It's like one of our first weekends that we were doing this.
Yeah. One of our first. Oh, man. So she was another one of those. So we'll get there. Well, I'm going to get ahead of myself.
Okay.
But anyways, so she gets in the car and she immediately starts saying, just drop me off at a random gas station. I'm sick and I don't want to get sick in your car. And of course, Mama Bear here, not gonna let that happen. I said to the young girl, I said, listen here. I said, if any random Uber driver would drop my baby girl off at some gas station because she wasn't feeling good, there would be hell to pay. Pardon the language, but there would be. So we pulled over. We got a trash can out of the back seat, and I gave it to her, and she sat directly behind me. So needless to say, Mama's anxiety level was completely way up here. I mean, I had no idea what was going to hit me, when it was going to hit me.
Just waiting for a chunk to come flying.
I know. And I'm telling you, there was a lot of praying going on, okay? Bless that child's little heart. She did not miss that trash can one time. I mean, didn't make one single mess. So even though we had 3 pukers, none of them made a mess in our car. And we're actually grateful that we were the ones to pick up that young lady, because
could have been bad.
Could have been, she's 19 years old, really sick, drunk, in the middle of, it was some random neighborhood on the side of the road. Some creeper picking her up it could have gone a lot different.
Right.
So we were really grateful that we were the ones to be able to be there for her.
Right.
So again, 3
it
pukers
actually became a blessing, not a horror story.
Exactly.
What could have been a horror story
turned out to be quite the blessing. So,
other than that, the only thing, we've had a couple people that were not in the best mood, but you're going to have that no matter what, whoever you run into.
But one was silly. We didn't even have to deal with him.
Yeah.
One was silly enough to call and yell at me
before we got there.
I even got there to pick him up. And so that didn't go well. That was actually our first and only, cancellation. So 1,000 rides, that's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, you take all those numbers and it's still less than 1%.
Yeah. And again, the 30 that I had to be quiet, it wasn't because they were rude. They were like shy or busy on their phone already, So, when we say we've had amazing rides, we really...
When we say they're on the phone, that wasn't rude either. A couple of times it was young ladies that I saw as like a security thing. You're talking to your girl, you're taking an Uber by yourself. It's not a bad idea to be on the phone with somebody that you trust as you're doing it.
Yeah, so they know what... Oh, speaking of trust.
Right. A security feature.
Security feature. Young ladies, especially young ladies that ride Uber by yourself, there's a little blue icon. It looks like a shield. Bottom, I believe, left-hand corner of the app. Yep. And basically what that is you can send a link to anybody you want. It doesn't even matter if they use Uber or not. But you send that link to them and they can follow your ride from beginning to end. From the moment you get into the Uber car to the moment you get to your destination, somebody can see exactly where you're at the whole time. That's a really nice safety thing that Uber offers.
Penny's used it herself.
Yeah, when we were in Buffalo, I sent a link to our daughter here in Missouri. So our baby girl knew exactly where I was all the way in Buffalo. And I felt more secure knowing that, too.
It's a good feature to use.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a young lady by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
The horror stories we hear from a rider's perspective, I think a lot of times can be avoided by doing little things like
little
that.
Safety measures like that. Yep, exactly. So, I mean, really,
99% of our rides have been great. Not just okay or not just a job. I mean, great. We've run into awesome people.
Amazing.
Start out with just where they come from.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All over the world. You would not believe the countries we have had in our backseat in Kansas City. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What do we got? We got England, Spain, Sweden,
India,
France, Tanzania, Brazil,
Kenya, South Africa.
Yeah, Mexico, because the boy from Mexico.
Peru,
that's right. We had a
Peru.
Did I say Sweden already?
Yes.
And France, right?
Yep.
Canada.
Australia.
Yep, Australia, Canada.
Or United States North.
Yeah. But man, I mean, just and then everything we've learned from these different
that's
countries.
What's cool. All the details from these different cultures and different places.
Everyone has just been so willing to open up and share about, their culture.
Right.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Tell them about that hotel.
Oh yeah, there's this hotel. I think it's called the Giraffe Hotel. This guy was telling. He's a guy from Kenya. He said in Nairobi, Kenya, there's this hotel that is in this nature preserve, basically, that has like giraffes, like a herd of giraffes there. Like you can have your morning coffee with giraffes.
One walking right
Wouldn't that be cool?
Your window. Well, that would be pretty neat.
Yeah, as long as there's no lions or something on that.
Right. Yeah. Wouldn't want that.
So
yeah, we learned that from one of the. Actually, didn't we have two people from Kenya like back to back?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like one day and then the next day a different guy. They didn't know each other.
Yeah.
But the other guy was he said from the village in Kenya that produces all those long distance marathon runners.
Yes, that go for the Olympics.
He said they all come from this one little village that he's from.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
That was really cool.
He basically said his grandma can outrun us. So he's probably right.
I believe it too, yeah. And then we've had quite a few families or people from India, but this one that I think was really, really cool. They had a little baby first of all, so
he was a really cute baby.
Precious. Oh my goodness, just as cute as could be. But they had this little like a little snack. It looked like seeds.
Colored,
bright colored. It was like red. But anyways, they told us that they eat this after their meals.
They shared some with us.
Yeah, and they shared some with us, and it's supposed to help with the digestive system and make your breath smell good. I think pretty much.
It's like an after dinner mint, but their culture, it's this little. Well, we've looked it up since, and I believe it's made out of different types of seeds and stuff that are like covered in mint and essential oils and all kinds of stuff.
It was really good. They shared it with us, and oh my goodness, it was delicious.
We'll include that link to that Wikipedia page we found.
It is really neat. You
can check it out yourself. It's
pretty
interesting.
Have it at the Indian restaurants because that's where they were. We had picked them up from an Indian restaurant, and they were snacking on it, and they were kind enough to share it.
Yeah,
it was the neatest
and
thing.
it is good stuff. Too.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
I could see how it'd be beneficial.
A benefit, for the digestive system, definitely. Let's see. I feel like there's some others that are leaving out here.
Oh man, there's all kinds. Everybody that gets in the car that's from out of the state, even, or especially out of the country, we both start drilling them about all kinds of stuff. My big thing
about. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to ask them about the animals.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about, do you have lions there? Are there tigers?
Well, was it also Kenya that had on one end you could have gorillas in the
like in the rainforest?
In the rainforest, and on the other end, same country, have the desert and lions.
Yeah, well, like prairie and
prairie
that has like
wild,
just like you see on Lion King or something.
But all in one.
One country has both of those completely different environments.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's really great how everybody is so willing to answer our questions.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we ask all kinds of stupid questions.
I'm sure they're silly.
We're like,
to them.
oh wow, you're from there. We've never talked to somebody from there. It's a lot of fun.
But everybody is so willing to open up. And if you're watching and you've already rode with us, connect. We would love to hear how you're doing.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
If you've ever experienced any of these places, please send us a message. Tell us what your experiences are. Send us pictures. It's awesome.
Yeah, we love pictures. Love them. And of course, we have our Facebook. Perfect place for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so we could go on and on about all the countries.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's so much we've learned from everyone that we've had in our back seat.
Yes.
But besides all of the countries, we've had quite a few different professions.
Oh, yeah. We've had everything from doctors and nurses, all kinds of medical professionals.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
Business owners.
Probably a judge here and there.
Yeah. FBI guy.
Yeah, we had an FBI
guy.
All kinds of different law enforcement.
Yeah. A couple musicians. Yeah,
we've had several, and same thing. Everybody's willing to answer our silly questions about their line of work. And,
had two videographers, which was really interesting for me because, well, we're doing the podcast, and I'm really...
She's an artsy person with
too.
Her designs work.
But I'm the one editing the videos, too, so...
She starts picking everybody's brain through a whole ride, and I'm going... I'm completely lost. But...
Yeah, that's true. He is usually, but we're getting used to that. Anyways,
we've had a bunch of different, really interesting jobs. Kind of different off the...
I think my favorite one was our retired radio announcer.
Oh, yeah, you're always telling people about that guy.
Oh, yeah,
he was cool.
Man, the moment he got into our car and simply said hello.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we were like, say it again. His voice was just heavenly. Sent chills down your spine. It was like having, what's his name?
James Earl Jones,
but better in your back
seat. But even more melodious.
Oh, yes, it was so soothing every time he spoke. And of course, we immediately asked him, you got to be in the radio.
You got a radio voice.
Yeah, you have a radio voice.
Tell me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he did. And he got a kick out of entertaining us.
Yeah.
He started going through some of his old radio stations and doing all the callings for us.
Like 91.9, The Rock, or whatever.
Yes, it was amazing. And he also had his
original
audition, and he did that for us, too. It was just...
And he told us the story behind it, which was cool, about how he had... this audition he gave was to like one of the pioneers of radio, because he's old enough. He's the people that were retiring. When he started, were some of the ones that actually started radio.
Yeah,
which is really interesting.
That was.
And the way he told how they kind of coached him up and got him started was really neat.
Yeah, after he did his first audition, the gentleman that he auditioned for, he said, "Now tell me what you read."
Right.
And that's what really stuck.
Yeah, that was one of the. That's one of the key points that he learned during that initial audition with.
Yeah, it's not just reading the words, but
being able to communicate with, actually
the
communicate.
Message. Yeah,
and you got to be able to remember what you were reading and actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Rather than just reading some words on a paper.
Yeah, exactly. But still, we were just taken back by everything.
I just like to hear him talk.
Yeah, just listening to him talk was amazing. So, besides the radio announcer, what would be your...
We had comedians. Like, there was that one guy that... I wish I could remember his name. We've tried to look him up. He won some kind of competition. He's from Kansas City area.
He was on a sitcom for a while. I'm pretty sure he's done stand-up in Kansas City at the comedy shows.
He's opening his own.
Oh, that's right. He was working.
They were in the middle of
opening,
renovating some building that they're opening their own.
That's right. I don't know when.
But he had all kinds of cool little.
Yes, he even did something with the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, I can't remember the whole bit, but
he had a whole thing going on.
He was really good.
He sounded just like Arnold Schwarzenegger,
and
too.
He had a bunch of different voices.
Oh, yeah. And each one, he was good. He was really good. He was entertaining, too. He was fun.
And then we've had, like, musicians like there was a band. You were just telling me the story. You were reminding me today. There was this band we picked up a couple that were talking up this band. Mm-hmm. And then, like, a couple weeks later, we picked up...
Same couple.
Was it the same couple or just one of them?
No, I'm pretty sure it's the same couple.
Anyways, they were with a member of the band.
Of the band
That they had
were
been talking up a couple
the
weeks
last
before.
ride. So that was pretty neat.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But what I like is when we get the guys that are like sports guys.
We've had quite a few.
Especially the really obscure. Well, like we told, if you watched our episode last week, we talked about the City Mavericks players that we had.
Yep.
That was interesting because they taught us a little bit about hockey and got us to go watch a hockey game.
For a very first time. Never been. Enjoyed.
Right.
Love it now.
Yeah. And then
we'll go again.
Actually, this past weekend, we picked up some of their opponents.
Yes, 3 of their opponents. And we beat them this time,
they had lost that game. And so they could have been in a bad mood, I guess, but they were very friendly.
Oh, they were just
polite
sweet
young men.
Yeah, they were really sweet. I enjoyed visiting with them.
Although one of them was a New England Patriots fan.
Yeah, he yelled out, "Go Patriots!"
Yeah, he almost had to walk.
Just as he gets out of our car. But the other one was just super adorable. He told me I was perfect. I was like, "Thanks for noticing." I thought
he forgot to mention how humble you are.
Yes, we forgot the humble part. But it was still nice hearing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those boys.
Well, what I thought was fun this weekend, we picked up these kids that were kids to us.
Right.
They're young men who play for the KC Blues, which is the local rugby team.
Yes. Oh my.
And not only we had a pretty long ride, and they were explaining the game to us.
It was so interesting. So
I had no idea.
Guess what we're going to be doing?
We're definitely going to see a KC Blues game.
Oh yeah.
Now that we know a little bit about how the game is played, I mean,
I
had no idea other than what the little snippets you see on TV, on movies and stuff.
Right.
It's supposed to be really rough, and that seems exciting, but
it sounds
now
fun.
that I know a little bit how the game is supposed to work, I was like, oh, that's actually really interesting.
Yeah. And I don't mean to dumb it down none, but it's like a big old game of keep away.
That's
kind of how.
That was the way she
at the
boiled
end,
it
when
down.
When he was done explaining, or they both were done explaining everything to us, I was like, what was his name? Tom.
We don't normally use names.
No, but Tom specifically said
asked us to use his
name. So Tom, if you're listening, don't forget, comment.
Yeah, let us know you heard it.
Yeah.
And everybody else, please go see the KC Blues.
Yes.
Maybe we'll run into you there.
So, what else do we got?
Oh, we had a darts player.
Oh my goodness, yes, you're not going to believe this story.
We played darts. We like to play darts.
Yes, we love playing darts, especially as a kid.
Yeah, he was telling us some details. Penny, of course, started picking his brain about, okay, so give me some pointers. Tell us how we can beat our
our
next
opponents when we, is it all in the form, because I was taught form is very important from bowling and stuff like that. And yes, form is important, but his best advice was like using the quills and align them with the tip of the dart, like you
just
would,
sighting in a rifle.
Sighting a rifle, and you at the dartboard that way, and follow through.
And try to use the same form.
Yeah,
every
each time. It was like, wow. So we still learned something from him. But you're not going to believe this. There was a guy, apparently, like a millionaire. Was that?
Yeah, he's like multi-millionaire.
Multi-millionaire playing darts.
Right.
Just darts. That's it.
Yep. If you're interested in getting started with darts, he recommended Horizon Darts in Kansas City.
Oh, yes. They said that they're...
We'll include a link for them because he really said they were really
highly
good
recommended
people.
them for a good dart collection.
Yeah.
He was a lot of fun to talk to. Man, I learned so much from him, too.
Yeah. Then there's some people that are just full of it.
Yeah.
Like we had some guys from the U.S. ski team. Pepe,
our U.S. ski team guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was just joking.
He's not from our
He actually had a Toomey suitcase that he was taking to get repaired.
Yes, because he locked himself out of it. Well, to be fair, he either locked himself out or
there's something
it was
wrong
jammed.
with the lock.
Yeah, something. But it was still pretty funny.
There's a Toomey store down on the plaza we took him
to it. But yeah, when he first got in, he was like, he was dressed kind of like a
he had a U.S. ski team jacket on. That was the joke.
Oh my goodness, I get it now. No, I just thought he was cute in his ski outfit.
Man, sometimes you're so gullible.
I am. I really am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting that, folks.
I thought you knew that.
At the same time, I am getting it. You're getting it. Yep. Great.
All right. So another profession we get a lot are teachers.
Yes.
There's one recent one we had that her claim to fame is she's the meanest substitute teacher ever. And actually, she's a really nice lady, so I doubt that's true.
Yeah.
But she was told by her students,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
That
she was the
meanest
teacher ever. And actually, she's a pretty neat experience because we immediately recognized her. First her name. We
Right.
recognized
Because
before
it was our second ride with her.
Right.
When she started
Sometime
telling us about her meanest teacher ever experience.
Right. And we, once we recognized her, we let her know, hey, we've had you as a passenger before. And
aren't you a substitute?
Yeah.
We picked you up at this school.
And we took you over to this place.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, you guys remember me? We're like, of course we remember you. And that actually...
Hopefully we don't. Now, that makes me nervous about picking somebody up and not remembering.
Oh, good point.
But we remember her.
We did.
And she was a really nice lady, and she
appreciated the fact that we remembered
Right.
her.
And of course, she remembered us because we're so memorable.
Of course, and humble. Don't forget that.
Exactly.
So tell them what the 3 rules were.
Oh yeah, the reason her students said she was the meanest substitute either was because she had 3 rules.
Right.
And when you hear these rules, you'll probably agree. 1, when she's talking, she's the only one who's speaking.
What?
I know, that's crazy. I don't know what
You mean they gotta listen when she talks?
Well, they at least gotta let her talk and not be talking at the same time.
Still, that seems rough.
Also, she wants no backtalk.
What?
And the way she defined that was interesting.
Yes.
She said it was anything she didn't like. And then finally, as a substitute, I'm sure the kids, I remember I was probably the worst at that. And there's a substitute, you try to get away with everything.
Yes.
But she said, she tells them, you know the rules, and all I expect you to do is follow them.
Yep. And that makes her the worst teacher ever.
Yeah. These kids today.
I know.
These whippersnappers.
Pampers.
So, I mean, that's a kind of a good general overview of what it's like for us anyway, drive an Uber.
Yep.
And,
you heard our worst of worst stories.
yes.
And they weren't even bad. What a blessing.
Yes. We've had so many great experiences and learned so much from our riders.
Yes. Every time we pick someone up, we learn
Yep.
something new. It's so amazing. And we can't wait to tell you more.
Yeah.
Because we're going to go back out this week.
Yep. And we appreciate everybody's participation.
Yes. We love you guys coming and visiting with us each week, I mean.
Yep. And now, as promised, we're going to go behind the scenes
Yes.
and show you what happened, and probably a little bit of a blooper here with
Yes.
with our baby Lauren.
We tried videoing.
Yeah, you might have saw part of it at the beginning here.
Yeah.
For you podcast folks that are listening, please check out our YouTube video so you can see the behind the scenes. See Mawmaw and Pawpaw studio, quote unquote studio.
Right.
But before you leave,
Yeah.
please remember to connect with us on all our social media sites.
Right. We got Facebook, email, YouTube.
And continue to look us up on your podcast.
Yep, on all your podcasts.
And comment every chance you get.
Yes. And
Any questions you got, anything, any connection we can make with y'all is awesome for us.
Yes, please connect. We love that.
All right.
So I guess next week, should we
Well,
give them a little bit of a
Here's
teaser?
our stuff. Here's all the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh,
Oh.
behind the scenes. Before we start recording, it looks like this. Wow.
Okay.
August, can you get the computer for us?
Yes, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, help us set this up. All right. We can still use this.
Yeah.
Check it out. Wasn't a real car. No crash. This is just how easy it is. Makes it portable. Got to load up a couple seats. Our electrical devices. Got the one little.
August, shut your robe, please. Thank you.
Got the one little. What do you call it?
Tripod. Yep.
tripods that came with the lighting system that you're.
Yep.
We
got two lights.
You already had those, right?
Yep.
That's it. That's a piece of green paper we got at a camera shop.
Yeah, that's all.
Grandma can do something funny. Hey, you could have dinosaurs in this scene. What types of dinosaurs are coming? Ah! I'm running. That's what I'm doing.
Look at me.
Hardy.
We got a green screen here.
Oh, those weren't real people back there?
No. We've got 2 seats from an actual vehicle.
They actually work.
Yes, they lean back.
I want one.
So between all of this, our microphone, our computer, cameras and the lights, in the basement playroom.
In the playroom.
Yep.
You got the lights you already had.
Yep.
That whole lighting system. What else is back here that we can... Could you show them this? This is
Yep.
the simple little USB microphone we got. I think it's a gaming microphone, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Had it on this little stand we just had to pick up after Lauren crashed our car.
Yep. This is...
Then you got Mr. Hollywood here now in his robe.
Yes. Alright. Do you mind carrying the heavy bag? And when we're done, couldn't even tell we ever had a studio.
Studio in a bag.
Studio to go.
Studio to go. Now, that about wraps it up.
Yep.
This is the real deal. That was the fake deal. Next week, we're going to be previewing Johnny's Tavern, and we're going to visit, this week, we're going to visit the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, which is also in conjunction with the Jazz Museum. And we're going to do
so
a
excited
review
about
on that.
that.
We're very excited to bring that to y'all.
Yes, let you know what that's all like.
And,
And we'll tell you the story as to why we're
we'll tell you all about how we
going to go see that too.
got jazzed up to go see the Jazz Museum.
Yes, it was a really neat story. All right, well.
That's it. Please remember to connect with us.
Yeah.
Share this video. Like it. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Yes.
So you can get
Keep
more
up.
content like this.
Exactly.
And until next time, next week, you can catch another ride with Mawmaw and Pawpaw.
We'll be there to pick you up.